Well, good morning, Interbet fans, and welcome to the preview for Greyville. We're Sunday, the 26th of March, and we have a soft track 28 pentrometer, 4-meter false rail, and some very interesting racing. And quite difficult to get through this lot. I went for horses that seem to go on the going, and that might be big improvers. So, interesting look at the card. Just to follow up on yesterday's race meeting in Dubai, which was absolutely phenomenal. And as you saw, Equinox is a superstar. This is one of the best horses around, and a very good feed directly from Dubai. Andrew Bond gave us some really good interviews on the channel, and very impressed with what came out of there. Not quite so impressed with the transparency of the team, the Aussie team, with the 2-year-old that ran in the juvenile race and obviously heavily backed, got caught on the line. But really, you can easily turn around and say fast, got ability, something like that, instead of the type of comments that we're getting out of the slot. So if you want this business to improve, you've got to become a little more transparent. Let's go into race 1, where there's not much transparency here either. So I'm going with Romance in Rome. I think it won a very good juvenile, maiden juvenile, and not a bad time. Might improve over this type of trip, the 1400 meters, although it's out of a Captain Owl mare. Aberdeen looks like the big danger, and that's 9 to 10 in the betting. Ran in a good race last time, but the times were pretty slow, so I don't see much in that one. As far as the first timers are concerned, well, there's nothing in this race that gives you an idea that any of them can win, although Laff is quite transparent with Player X, and he says that it has got ability. So have a close look for betting follow-through. Race 2, Maiden Plate Fillies and Mares, go 1400 meters, and I'm going with Vermicelli. I liked this last time each way. It was a big price, and it certainly ran a nice third. So we're looking forward to seeing how she goes today. I think she'll improve quite a lot, and looks like everything's in her favor here. Kitty's Boys Girl got a big chance in this race. I've got Wings there or thereabouts. And then Tepra, another one. No transparency at all from the stable. They don't tell you anything. They back them, and they're a punting yard, so just watch to see if there's betting for this one. It really was backed, and it looks like an improver. Tepra, number 12. Race 3, Maiden Plate, 1600 meters. Looks like an absolute 2-horse race, which is Reach for the Stars. Second run after a rest, which I don't like, and but certainly got the form. And Adabar, I think has got the right chance in this race. I really like Adabar. I think you'd like to add a bar to everything, but there you go. Red Piano definitely got some sort of chance of filling the minors with doing time. Race 4, Maiden Plate, 1600 meters. I'm going strongly with number 4, Madison Blues. 3 very good runs in the Cape. The trouble is, does this horse need gelding? And I think it's the same goes for number 6, Captain Corrupt. I think this definitely needs gelding as well. He doesn't seem to go through with it, but I think he's got ability. And then the horse that's hanging around to pick up all the pieces if these horses don't go through with it is number 7, Majestic Rain, and he does look like the main danger to the 2 I've mentioned. Race 5, Merirated 65, 1600, with a Scratching a Raven Sword, which I thought was the right horse. Walton Hall looks like he won't get many easier chances. This looks like a good race for him. He's drawn 10, which might be a problem, but everything else is in his favor, and I expect him to go well. There are lots of other horses that have got chances. Vengeance Forever's second run might improve from that. And then Final Destiny, always there or thereabouts. He seems to run in snatches, some good, some not so good, so he comes into the play as well. It's one of those races, if you don't go for Walton Hall, you go just about for the field. Race 6, King's Cup, 1600. Well, I think the front runner Cape Evil with 54.5 on his back might be hard to beat. He's going to get 5.5 kilos from Captain Fontaine, and that might tell in the death. And I expect them to be right there in the finish. Champompo Champisi, this is an interesting horse for me. Loves a soft 3 runs, 1 win and 2 places. Lots to like about him. It looks like he's been prepped for this race. Should go well. And then Back to Black, a very interesting horse. He won a sprint when Laf put him back over the sprint. He's put the apprentice on him again, who won on him. And maybe he's just as effective over the 1600. Could go well. Lord William showed that he's got a lot of ability last time, winning a really decent race. Race 7, Middle Stakes, 2200 meters. I really like the look of number 3, Seamaster. He goes in the soft, good last run, lots to like about him. The stable's in hot form. Everything's right for this horse. It's a perfect race, but he does carry 61 kilos. Twice Golden, well, he's a lovely horse. He just always runs on. You put him in the right place, he's going to run a really good race for you. And Klengwa, who rides him, has ridden him 6 times, 2 wins and 3 places. So he comes in the race with a big chance. The danger to them, 6 Hot Fix, number 6. Keegan DeMello for the right stable. Probably perfectly placed in a race like this. Race 8, merit-rated fillies and mares. They got 1200 meters, and I've got to go with the right stable, with the Muscat trained Valeria's Dream. Keegan DeMello rides it. 2 good runs. Looks like absolutely she's ready for a race like this. But there to pick up the pieces, the 3 horses I think have got a chance. Magna Marta might be a bit sharp for it, number 5. 8 Cinnamon Blush, well, she really goes well on the soft, and there's a lot to like about her chances here. The problem is Wise Magudwa jumped off her to ride Sepolia. So Sepolia goes into the race with a big chance, and then Bright Star got some sort of chance as well. So all in all, pretty competitive card here in KZN, and we'll be back with you again tomorrow for the Polytrack race meeting at Greyville. From me, James Goodman, have a good one.